This is the story of farmers and ranchers that raise beef. The more than 1 million U.S. farmers and ranchers raise wholesome, nutritious food for families across the globe. They live and work in a place they love and are committed to preserving this way of life for their children and grandchildren. These hard-working folks are a lot like you, active in their communities with families and responsibilities. Sitting down to a nutritious and wholesome meal is a reminder of how much work goes into raising beef.
We enjoy what we do. We love the cattle business. We've got 3 generations that are out here every day. That's kind of why we do what we do, so you can pass this place on to somebody else. And every day we're out here working and building and leaving it for the next generation.
Many people are familiar with the kinds of farms and ranches where cattle are born. You might remember driving down a country road and seeing cattle grazing. You were probably looking at a cow-calf operation like this.
A cow-calf operation really is the first step in beef production and getting beef on the plates of consumers. Beef starts here on family farms and ranches just like ours. And really taking care of cattle is a 24/7 job, really, and it's a team effort in our family. We all have a part in taking care of the animals. During calving time, for instance, that truly is the essence of 24/7. Mamas don't always want to give birth in the middle of the day when the sun is shining. A lot of times those births occur during the evening. And so long after we go to bed, the alarms will go off multiple times, and my husband Chad and I tag team that project just because you can't do it all on your own. Chad will check at 12, I'll check at 2, he'll check at 4, and so on. And we set multiple alarms and turn them off. I get lazy and don't even get out of my pajamas most of the time, but grab my flashlight and our dog Amber, and out we check to make sure that no one's calving or no one's having any difficulty in making sure that those new mothers are taken care of.
Raising beef incorporates some of the latest scientific advancements in animal care and food safety, but it still depends on traditional values. Farmers and ranchers are committed to providing consumers with a variety of choices to meet the changing lifestyles of consumers, including grain-fed, grass-finished, certified organic, and natural beef. Based on weather, geography, and available resources, cattle are raised in different ways across the country.
One of the great things about the beef industry is that we have such a wide array of choices for consumers today, and it can be something as simple as hamburgers all the way up to filet mignon and pretty much any cuts in between. Consumer demand has changed the way that we raise cattle, so we prefer at this point in time to work with both the grain-fed markets and the grass-fed markets, and fortunately we've been very successful in both markets. There are some differences between grain-fed beef and grass-fed beef. I mean, they're both nutritionally rich, they're very good for you. Over the years, I'd say I've probably drifted more towards eating the grass-fed beef. I still enjoy a nice grain-fed steak, but what we like about it is that we have different opportunities in the grain-fed markets with the quality and the type of cattle we have. We have different opportunities in the grass-fed markets with the quality and the type of cattle we have, and so we're able to succeed in filling several of those niches for consumers in both of the types of marketplaces.
You know, ultimately our deal is to turn sunlight into protein, and if you look at the very broad scope of it, that's exactly what we try to do every day.
Grain-fed cattle spend most of their lives grazing pasture before moving to a feedlot for approximately 4 to 6 months, where they are fed a carefully balanced diet that usually includes grain. This gives beef the flavor profile that consumers love, and ranchers work hard to give their animals the very best care to provide a healthy product.
We also have a lot of science that goes into the ration makeup. We have a nutritionist that comes by twice a week and evaluates the feeds and the different products that we're feeding. We test those different products to make sure that they accurately meet the animal's needs based on how long the animal has been here, what the gender of that animal is, and the number of days on feed. Our ration is a combination of ground corn, ground alfalfa hay, distillers' grains, and wet brewery products. One of the things that we strive to do is to make sure that we provide for the animal health and welfare. We want to make sure that the animals, number one, arrive healthy and they remain healthy while they're here. We have a full-time veterinarian on staff who puts together vaccination protocols and treatment protocols to make sure, one, that animals don't get sick, but if they do get sick, that we treat them with the proper medications in the proper location with the proper withdrawal times to make sure that we produce a safe product in the end. One of the things that we're proud of is our composting operation, where we take the manure that the animals generate here at the feed yard and we blend that with organic products that come from other food processing facilities around the local community. And over a 4 to 6 week process where we turn that product, we actually bind the nutrients that are in the compost to those products. Then when we have a finished product, we haul that to Denver and put it on landscapes to help the lawns grow by providing them nutrients and helping to conserve the water that's applied to those lawns.
There are more than 500,000 cattle farms and ranches in the United States. Each is as unique as the family who runs it, but they all share a common commitment: thoughtfully raising cattle to provide you with tender, delicious, healthy beef.
I'm very proud to be a part of this industry. To me, there's no greater profession in the world than having your own operation and working with cattle and working with your family and doing something that I feel is very good for the feeding the world, as well as taking care of your family and your local community, state, and nation.
A good steak or roast or ground beef, it's flavorful and nutritious, and it's humanely raised and environmentally sustainable, and we try and offer a complete package that works for the producer and as well as enjoyable eating experience for the consumer.